All right, kids, welcome into another stream of unconsciousness. My name is Zach McCrite. Welcome to my humble abode where I just got done seeing an electric bill for $190 for an 1,150 square foot apartment because I've got a wall full of windows, and through those windows comes 105-degree heat all month long. I digress. If you're unfamiliar with the stream, that's kind of how I do things around here. It's just things that I'm thinking about in and out of sports, mostly in sports. So let's get started. And I want to get started with Ryan Khalil. Now, if you don't know who Ryan Khalil is, he is a center for the Carolina Panthers. Takes out a full-page ad in the Charlotte Observer saying that basically that the Carolina Panthers, this is the year they're going to win the Super Bowl. Now, I laughed. I put it on Twitter, and you can follow me, by the way, at BIGEZ. In fact, I should write that down somewhere. Anyway, while I'm talking about this, I'll write that down. But anyway, the crux of it was he's going to, win. And I put it on Twitter that this guy, it's ridiculous. I just went, wah, 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 wah. Because, the Panthers, come on. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there would probably feel the same way. There you go. That's what I got there. But then I got to thinking about it, and I thought, maybe it's not as crazy as we're all thinking. The first thing I did was, I like, okay, you got a quarterback? Yeah. You got Cam Newton. So that's a good start. Still think it was kind of absurd, so you kind of look a little bit further into it. And, once you just start getting to thinking that this is the NFL, it doesn't seem so far-fetched. I would say 1/5 to 1/4, if not more, of an NFL roster can get switched out each year, if not more. We've certainly seen that with the Rams. So, yeah, you think with a new coaching staff in their second year, they switch a fifth or a fourth of those players out and get better, especially when they improved with the roster that they had, like Ron Rivera's club did in 2011. So okay, yeah. And then, on top of that, think about this. The Super Bowl champ, 3 out of the last 5 years, has had just 10 regular season wins or less. That's it. And the NFC East is loaded. They've got a lot of great teams, better than the Panthers. So is the NFC North. Got teams that are better than the Panthers. But they're all going to knock each other out. They're all just going to knock each other all over the place the entire regular season. Whereas with the Carolina Panthers, the NFC South, the Falcons, okay. They might be good. The Bucs, rebuild mode, really? Greg Schiano's going to, probably instill a little life in that club, but they're a year away. And the Saints are a train wreck. And the Saints may be good, but it's not far-fetched. It's not as far-fetched as I thought, or as a lot of you probably should think. And, I keep on forgetting, and I had to remember again, the San Francisco 49ers were 6-10 2 years ago. And last year figured it out. We're basically, a play away from the Super Bowl. So I'm starting to buy in just a little bit. I won't say buy in, but I like it. It's not as far-fetched as I first thought. The other thing, from a national standpoint, Bill O'Brien, the new head coach of Penn State, boy, he's been put in a mess. He has been put in a mess. But I was totally sold. He did the ESPN rounds yesterday. Was totally sold on him. That I don't know how well he'll be as a coach, but in terms of selling a program that is, for all intents and purposes, dead, did a pretty good job. Bowls overrated, which is right. And he sells it as, you've got 7 bowls a year because you have 108,000 people watching you in the stadium. That's true too. That's going to be more than you're going to see at a lot of bowls. especially the Shreveport Bowl or whatever. And the other thing is, he talked about trying to schedule a game with like a Hawaii. He used Hawaii specifically, but somewhere where there's great weather, you can travel to, try to get it towards the end of the year, see if the Big Ten will work with you in that department, and I think they should, because the Big Ten, screwed them out of everything else. Why not try to make this team, continue to be somewhat relevant while they're on probation, Big Ten? Let them have the last week of the year off of Big Ten play, schedule all their Big Ten games earlier in the year, then let Penn State schedule a non-conference game in a nice weather city. I think Bill O'Brien be able to sell that. Hey, you want to go to Hawaii and play a game and spend a week out there? Or would you like to go to the Potato Bowl? There really is a Potato Bowl in Boise. Would you rather go there? I mean, so I would say, yeah, pretty good sales job. Bottom line, guy's got a plan. He's got a plan in terms of selling to recruits. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know how he's going to actually coach the team, but he's got a plan to sell recruits. And so he got a thumbs up from me yesterday. I was impressed. Cardinals-wise, let me say this first off, as the stream of unconsciousness continues to go. I'm watching the Cardinals. How do they keep the grass as green as they do? I can't imagine anybody's grass being green right now. It's 105 degrees every single day with zero rain. How does it happen? But yet, Busch Stadium is beautiful right now. I don't know how they do it. But kudos to the grounds crew. Kudos to them. That's awesome. And the one nitpick thing I've got today, infield in the first inning. Really? Infield in Wednesday night against the Dodgers in the first inning of a 0-0 game. Maybe it was the second inning. Really? Really? Now, Aaron Harang was on the mound. If I'm Aaron Harang, I'm going, you know what? I think Mike Matheny's kind of scared of me. This is pretty cool. I don't think I've had a manager be this scared of me in a while if I'm Aaron Harang. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. The shift's cool. I don't mind the shift. Shift against Matt Kemp, whatever. It's cool. But infield in the second inning in a 0-0 game? That tells me you don't think you're going to score many runs. I mean, and maybe you're not. Maybe you're smarter than me. But you sure? I mean, I've been sold on a different bill of goods. That's for damn sure. So I'm out of here, folks. You can catch me on air 9 to 11 Central Time on 101 ESPN with my co-host Rick Venturi. We call the show Zach and the Coach. It's a fabulous show. Fabulous. When I'm not there. But anyway, we'll talk to you next time here on 101sports.com.